morning. I just put sunscreen on my face, so it's very shiny. I am making some breakfast and then I am headed to the gym. Something about hitting 85 pounds down, it feels like air. I feel very encouraged. I don't know what it is about the number 85. I'm really excited to be buckling down, trying to push myself. It is difficult. It is difficult to push past. And then there's that, I don't wanna do too much, but I wanna do more. And so it's just this little juggle. Into another vlog.
A full day of eating. I'm gonna work out, share my meals.
And let's just eat some breakfast. Here is my breakfast. It is about 500 calories. So I have 200 grams of eggs, 2 slices of this wheat toast, and then we've got some holy guacamole. So about to eat this little meal. Little egg whites, I just put red pepper in, that's like it. And I don't know what it is, but they're so good. Maybe I'm just really hungry.
So the hubs and I are headed to work out at DSDQ, Don't Stop, Don't Quit Fitness. And I started with rowing and did quite a bit of rowing before moving on to just some movements that prepared my lower body for squats. With the exception of like training, like that Eunice has outlined, I've never really done a ton aside from warming up. So I have never tried to do specific warm-ups for the legs until now. Erin from FitLab and gave me a few suggestions. And I've also been looking on YouTube since I did this just to see what else I can do. And that's been interesting. I enjoyed it. I hate this. So the slow step down, I mean, it's very, very small that I step down. I used to do that in physical therapy a lot. And I need to incorporate that regularly and grow the distance, especially for my left. My right leg could rock it like all the way up, but my left leg is still, that isolated movement down is so difficult for me. So then I moved on to just some super light squats. I always start here very like tight, even though I did the static warm-ups or whatever, I was still really tight. And then as I progressed, I got down lower and lower. And I've been working on not going below parallel for a little while. I thought that was super, super important. And I talked with Coach D and he recommended for my body and things that I'm working with to not try to go below parallel. So I have the box there so that I go to parallel. I just barely touch the box, where I can just barely feel it on my legs, and then I go back up. I'm trying to train my body to learn that spot so that I'm not tempted to try to go beyond. And I try to go below parallel is when I really tend to lean forward.
He doesn't get red like I do. You say hi?
Hi. Yeah, I really don't get red like you.
No, I look like a tomato. And I'm so sweaty. Wish I did more cardio to start. Well, Erin, FitLab, gave me some dynamic movements to do before squatting, and so I ran through some of the ones that he sent me, and then I forgot some of them, so I just made stuff up. But I need to ask him again for a list.
I love working out with my husband. It is so fun. And we've been able to do that quite a bit. I am so grateful for the time that I have had with him, like because he was in school in Missouri, and then it was just lucky so far here that I've had him home for so long. I can't wrap my head around what it will be like if he's not home all of the time. We were talking about our time in El Paso the other day, and he was always gone. They were always out in the field. He was always gone. And then when he wasn't like working crazy late or out in the field, he was deployed. So I have just been so blessed. We have been so blessed, and I'm so grateful to have had him home and to have him home now. Like that, it makes my life better.
Oh my gosh. I haven't looked at myself. Just wrapped up our squats. So I did squats. I don't even know how high I got. It really is irrelevant. I was mostly working on high reps. And I know whatever, I got it to the highest weight of the day at 5 reps, and then I scaled it back to 185 and did a few sets to end it off of 10. And then we hopped on this really awesome leg press machine, and we went up to, what did we go up to, babe? 215, and I really worked them glutes. And my inner thighs worked surprisingly a lot. I wasn't really expecting that. I was expecting more back of the leg, so it might have been my feet positioning or something. But it's a really good workout. I don't know if you can tell. Ooh, some weird sweat. That is weird. Well, it's a good workout. It's a good day, good way to end the week. And
for lunch, we just had meal prep or leftovers. Whenever we have leftovers, I always put them in our meal prep containers and then just put them in the freezer so we can have them whenever. And then it was time to walk the babies. They are just so sweet. I love my pups so much, and they love all these flowers. I think it's like the smells maybe, but I thought that these little bushes were really pretty. I thought these flowers were really pretty, and so we stopped to smell them, you know? Sometimes you gotta stop and smell the roses. And then we just continued on our walk. They do so good, and it surprises me that I'm able to film while I'm walking both of them. I actually have started using the leash that just goes around my hips, but I've been walking them one at a time because Miss Chipper Girl is in heat, so I want to be prepared for anything, and it's easier to be prepared for anything when you only have one of them than both of them. But we've been enjoying our walks, and they just make my life better. These puppies just make my life better. I just love this boy so much. He is so beautiful and so calm. He does not have a typical German Shepherd temperament, which I love. I love the German Shepherd temperament. Chipper is textbook German Shepherd, but Julio is just, it's like, he's just very independent and calm, and he listens so well, but he's so headstrong. I just love it. Love my pups, both of them, and their individual personalities. Love it.
so we just got back from our walk. I'm gonna make a chicken quesadilla because that's what I am in the mood for. And yeah, so let's just get right to it.
So I keep my quesadillas pretty simple. We have some cheese, we have some chicken, and then we have the wraps. So I always get these high fiber wraps. So one tortilla is 50 calories, has 15 carbs, but 11 of those are fiber, which is really good. And then it has 5 grams of protein. So I really like these wraps. They're probably my favorite. And I'm not saying they're the best, I'm just saying they're my favorite for me. Let's cut up some chicken. Gonna go ahead and warn you, since this is like the future me, this quesadilla thing is not gonna turn out very well. But it was my dinner. So I am not gonna be sharing all of the caloric breakdowns. When I first started, that was never really my intention. Like, my goal for sharing what I'm eating is just documenting what I'm eating for weight loss for me. And I think we're all so different. We all need different things. We sometimes eliminate food groups or do all sorts of things and then expect that that might work for everyone. But I think it's just really important to figure out what works for us individually, and what works for us isn't just about what we're eating in the moment. It's what can we sustain. We have to be able to sustain whatever our choices are over a period of time, over our lifetime even. And so it's just a very personal thing. And I do like sharing these full day of eatings, and I think that it can be helpful, like finding recipes, or with meal prep, just being motivated to meal prep. I find meal prep videos very motivating, and so I'll still share them, but be a little different.
I just went ahead and did like the whole package of chicken, and I'm gonna meal prep. I've never meal prepped quesadillas. I'm unsure about my life choices right now, but I think it might be good. We'll see how this goes.
I am going to be doing meal prep videos to share the recipes and everything. So that caloric information, if that's something that really is important to you, will be available through those recipes. I'll always cite whatever recipes that I'm using. But meal prepping is the most effective thing for me when it comes to my food, I found. Like tracking something about it, it's just probably not going to work for me. And I think part of pushing past my comfort zone, when I first shared that, I was mostly talking about really making myself track. And I think what I need to emphasize is planning. Tracking or doing things after the fact is not going to work for me. I need to be very intentional about meal prepping and planning out what our meals are gonna. Everybody's different, but I think if I sit down every single week and plan out, or even once a month, but I think weekly would be more realistic. Maybe a monthly like meal prep plan, and then a weekly like planning what we're gonna eat, if we're gonna be eating out, which we've done so good at scaling it back. So since the holidays, we have not really eaten out very much. In February, we ate out a few times, and then we've gone right back to scaling it back, which is really, really good. And we haven't had any trips either. So, which I have a trip to DC coming up soon. So that will be fun, and I'm gonna figure that one out. But as far as what I'm eating, I'm sure it will work out just fine. It's gonna be a super fun time. I'm very excited. Very excited to be going up to the DC area. And I definitely will vlog it. So I'll vlog my whole little trip. Watching this footage, I am so sad. I am so sad at how these turned out. This is so bad. I'm gonna eat it anyway, but this is a huge, huge fail. Huge fail. I don't know what I was thinking. I put the temperature up so high. Instead of setting it at 350, I set it at 450. Here are the quesadillas. This is real life, yo. Real life. My sad, sad dinner. I'm gonna have to make my husband something else. There's no way he's gonna eat this, but I am not wasting this food. I'm not wasting it. Dinner is served. So this is a half a serving, so 50 calories of Greek yogurt. And one full serving of salsa.
Okay, so I was unsure. All right, beautiful people, that was barely edible. The broccoli was the best part. I'm not gonna lie, part of me just wanted to remake something so that I didn't share that I burnt my freaking quesadilla. Who burns a quesadilla? I don't understand. I don't understand why I did that, but I sure ate it, so. Anyway, I am gonna go see what I can put together for my husband, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday.